All right, everybody, welcome back to our Training Day podcast. I got my man Kendall Haley with me from FFL Central, who is clearly smacking the cover off the ball in 2024, taking no prisoners, helping a lot of families. Came off two back-to-back 50 family months where he just won the cruise and is looking to take his family on that. And so here's a man who's taking strides and making moves and making his mark in 2024 and saying this thing is his. And so I'm excited to get him on the podcast and talk a little bit about his discoveries and some of the things he's seen and how he's scaling at this rate. So, Kendall, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. How about yourself?
Doing fantastic, man. It's exciting to see what you're doing throughout the first quarter of the year. You know, you're over 137 families for the first 3 months. So clearly blazing a path to Hall of Fame. I'm sure that might be a goal of yours. But, you know, when you think about the opportunity here at Family First Life, Kendall, what is it that you see right now, eyes wide open, with the blinders on?
Man, the opportunity here at Family First Life, and for me being in it and working it, the opportunity is just like no limit. And every day I wake up, so motivated, so pissed off to go win and to go crush
I know
it.
that feeling.
Just because, I've done all types of careers from, personal training. I worked at LA Fitness. I had my own clothing brand business. I was in real estate. And then, being in, Family First Life and being in, the insurance industry, and how you can serve, help families, make income, you can grow, you can build a team. It's everything that I can ever imagine, where I can kind of, be the lead of that and kind of like put my skills, my talent into it and reap a reward where there's no cap, right? So for me, it's just, once the new day starts, I'm gonna be honest with you, man, I get pissed off and I'm just like, I got to crush it because I just know there's other people, in the industry, right, that are wanting to do the same thing. And I'm highly competitive. And for me, I want to be the best at everything that I do. And so here at Family First Life, the opportunity that I'm able to provide for my family, but also, improve my skills is just everything that I could ask for, right?
Wow.
And so the time is now for me to scale and to put everything into it and just grow and just, I mean, be real with you, I mean, just like dominate. Like that's just how I feel about it. That's how it drives me. Like when I wake up, I just have an awesome opportunity to win and to really make a name for myself and for my family and friends, for them to kind of see, you know, Kendall's doing, everything that he ever saw, wanted in life, and he's getting it done. So, that kind of motivates me. And also, main focus to make sure my family's good to go.
That's amazing, man. I register so much with your message. Like every word you said, you sound like a football player who was drafted in the 6th round. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like a boxer who's been counted out. And I know that feeling. And so listening to you, the hunger, the fire, the pissed offness, but the calmness and the coolness, the collectiveness to understand you're in front of your opportunity right now and to take advantage and to seize that opportunity. And you're doing that. I love it. I love that inspiration, that motivation, where it's coming from. Thank you for sharing that, man. That just fired me up. So,
Good.
and so you realize you're in front of, your deal. Like you got your hands on something, you're making something of it. You see the future of what this can do for you and your family. When you look into that future, and you look into, how many kids do you have? You're married, right?
So, yeah, so I'm married. Me and my wife, we have 5 little ones under the
Okay.
age of 10,
Oh,
right?
that makes even more sense now why you got that
Yeah.
fire.
So, our house is busy, right? And, I got kids and, they look up to me. They look up to me and my wife. My wife, she's counting on me. So, I got that, I
Yeah.
got no choice.
Yeah.
It's just it's plain and simple. I have no choice
Yes,
to
sir.
get it done. And so that's my family right there.
That makes sense. Now, if you don't mind me asking, Kendall, how old are you?
So I'm 34 years old.
34. In your 34 years of life, have you ever not had an opportunity like this before?
Nah,
Right?
no, no.
And I knew the answer to that, even though I didn't ask you that. You know what I'm saying? Um, you're married. How long you been married?
Uh, Going on, we're so 2 years.
2 years and 5 kids, all under 10. And now you're at the now you found a vehicle
Mhm.
that you can put hard work into and reap a wild reward. At the
Yep.
same time, while you got your wife and your 5 kids looking at you. Bruh, there's never been a better moment than right now. And so I think if you're watching this podcast, you can see the fire in this man's eyes. And so I love it, Kendall, man. I do, man, because I register with that so much. And so when you start looking at your schedule and you start looking at your day to day and you start looking at how you can maximize time, because you got 5 kids and a wife, and you can maximize income, how are you breaking down your schedule? Educate us on what it is you're doing day in and day out with the work week.
Yeah, absolutely. So first and foremost, my kids, my wife, we all understand, the business that we're in. My kids understand and they know like, hey, daddy has to get up, grind, and provide for you guys. So there's certain things that I'm going to be doing, but it's all for you guys, right? You guys are going to reap the reward. It's all for me to provide for you guys and make sure you guys are in the best school, that you guys, can have everything that you can possibly have, that I might have not had, at a young age, where you can, have a better life. So my whole family understands what I'm doing, right? And so for me, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm grinding 7 days a week. And I would give credit to, my godfather. My godfather, he owns a business. He ended up just selling his business for a big change. And he's been in my ear since I was a young kid. And one of the most important things that he always tells me is like, man, you got to make sure your feet is hitting the ground at 6:30 in the morning. And then you're done at 7:30 or 8 o'clock. You have to do that. You have to grind. It's no ifs, ands, or but about it. If you're doing it that way, you're going to get a reward,
No
right?
doubt.
And so, for me being at a young age and him being able to pour into me and telling me that stuff and just work hard and, just give effort, this was an opportunity for me to do it, where it comes from the income, when it comes to the flexibility, the full range, when it comes to being creative, when it comes to building. It's everything I can possibly ask for that I can have my hands on, right? And so for me, you know, like I said, man, I had my own clothing brand at one time and I was going, you know, AWOL on that, right? Personal training, going AWOL on that. I worked at LA Fitness, grinding at that, right? Real estate, grinding. But once I got in here, and then I realized, like, they don't even make life insurance cool. They don't even make it like swag. And so I was just like, man, this is an opportunity for me to add my flavor to it, my creativeness. But I've already been in sales, I've been in marketing, I got my degree in marketing. I can add my own flavor into this, where I can really scale a business and really pour into it, right? It was a huge challenge for me. And so, my day-to-day work schedule, like, of course, like, right before I got on this call, I just finished closing an appointment and, I ended up getting a guy with an IUL. He sent me a message. Well, actually he was trolling on my page, right? On Instagram.
Trolling.
And then I ended up gave him
Turn
some
him into a
value and
client.
just, kind of gave him some information. And then, he booked the appointment with me, got on the call, and we closed. He got himself an IUL. He thought he had a cash value life insurance policy before, but it wasn't structured correctly. But I was able to get him, taken care of. I got him insured. So that was already one out the day. And so, like, I know I'm booked. I got like 6 or 7 other appointments for the rest of the day, but I'm booked every single day from morning to night. And the way I look at it is just like, I'm young, I'm energized. This is the time now, and I'm going to maximize as much as possible, learn as much, and scale as much. And at the same time, while I'm, up in my skills, this is the time where I can really create an agency when it comes to the building standpoint. So, like, when it comes to like my day-to-day schedule with wife, kids, they know that I got to do what I got to do, but I'm grinding. But anytime that I have in between, when it comes to my kids, I'm showing love. I'm pouring into them. I'm not complaining about that I had a bad day. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying that I'm tired. They're gonna get, the love and that and the energy that I got, right? Where if it's at nighttime, I'm coming to tap in with them, seeing how their day was. We might get on the, PS5, or I'm talking to my daughters, having a conversation with them. I still make sure I pour into them, but in a fun way. If I'm giving them like 30 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where at least I'm still getting that family time on the
No doubt.
weekends. Sometimes I do coach, flag football, so I can do that. But anything outside of that, man, I'm grinding. Like, I'm not going out. I'm not partying. I'm not doing nothing that's wasting any time. It's just really like, I just know what it's like to be at the bottom for a very long time when you're trying things at an entrepreneur level. And this is the one where like I've been able to scale and
Yeah.
reap the income. So like that's why I say, man, I be pissed off when I wake up because I'm like, man, like if I had this 5 years ago, if I had
Yeah.
this 10 years ago, like I can only imagine. So it's just like, and I'm also, I'm giving thanks to God about that situation, that I've been blessed with the opportunity. But everything makes sense where it's just like I had to go through certain things,
Mm-hmm.
learn certain things
Mm-hmm.
in business,
Mm-hmm.
where now I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
And so now it's like I'm not clocking out for anyone.
I love it, dude. You sound like me 10 years ago. I can't stop smiling, cause like I swear. I mean, I was probably a lot more angry than you coming across right now. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I was on a rampage, bro. But this business, just the idea behind, you said it all. You know, the freedom, the flexibility, the income, the creativity, the scalability, the ability to look at something and go, "Wow, I can't believe this exists," and I don't have time to waste. I don't have a second to waste. And I love that you still, tapping in with the kids at night and getting it in on the like, bro, you live in life. You know what I'm saying? So you're crushing it. That's your schedule. Great. From a lead, you said you're booked, you know, morning, noon, and night. What are you doing for leads? How are you booking yourself?
Yeah. Um, so when it comes to like lead generation, everything is all that I've created, all social media, all referrals, right? And so for me, being in business and creating, like I always wanted to figure out how I can be the main source, like the plug, the go-to person, right? And so like I remember when like I had a clothing brand, like I had one manufacturer overseas in China, and then someone told me, they were like, well, listen, man, like you got this one, production company that's doing all your business. What happens if he dies? Then you're done. So I was like, man, you're right. So then I ended up getting like 4 to 5 other manufacturers to do my clothes. So now all my eggs wasn't in one basket. And so and then I was just like, okay, I learned for that. And so then, when it came to personal training or, real estate, obviously, personal trainer, you got to brand yourself to create leads, right? So I was used to doing that, creating different types of marketing to attract myself to be more appealing for people to want to, book sessions with me, right? But also when it comes to real estate, you got real estate leads, but also, you can market as well too. And so for me, when it came to the insurance space, I was just like, man, like I want to figure out how I can be that guy where when someone is reaching out, they're either reaching out because of something I posted on social media and they're intrigued by it, right? And so I was like, all right, well, how do I do it? Like, how do I become, appealing, on the social media surface from Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all social media platforms. So I was like, okay, well, first off, I got to still be a person. I don't want to be so salesy 24/7. I don't want to do that because I don't want to come off that way when it comes to my page. So what can I add that people can love, relate to, or just love to see? I'm a father. People love to see fathers. I know that. People love to see them with their wife. People love to see men with their kids. I said, okay, I'll make sure my family's on my page a little bit where, even though I do insurance, outside of that, I'm committed to my wife, which speaks a lot. I'm committed to my children, speaks a lot. I hit the gym. I'm dominating the weight. So, I'm going to take care of myself. That speaks a lot, right? So I made sure I had that on social media where that was showcased, right? Don't post a lot of going out partying, no posing of me trying to look cool. I wanted to dumb it down as much as possible where I didn't look cool. I wanted to be, just a good guy, good looking guy, right? So then from there, when it came to the insurance space, I was like, all right, I got to provide value. How can I educate people on all these products where they can learn? Because obviously, when I got in the insurance space, I'm learning about these products. I'm like, wow, this is incredible. I had no idea. IUL, cash value, term, ROP term. This does all this stuff. So when I first learned about it, if I was wild, imagine what other people would be if they're learning about it. They got no choice to be wild. So, like, okay, let's provide value. Let's educate. So on my social media platforms, I'm doing tons of education, right? When I'm providing value on that. But then also, when you're on social media, people want to laugh, right? And so then it was like, okay, when it comes to my marketing, how can I tie insurance and make people laugh, but do it in a very creative way where people just don't do it? Where then when you see it, you're just like, all right, this kid is nice, right? And so then that was like where, all my marketing from clothing brand, from personal training, I was able to add that swag to this, right? And so now when it comes to my social media, that's exactly what people do. And so obviously I got all different types of videos where I could be explaining about ROP, cash value term, but they're more engaging videos where I'm going to provide some value, create a why, create a hook, provide some information, and then get a call of action for you to send me a DM or for you to reach out. But most importantly, I wanted to create a page where people just know that this is what I do and that I'm confident and that I can be a reliable person, someone you can trust, right? So when I was building it, trust me, I wasn't getting that much, people reaching out. It was going here and there. I was building, but after building my page for a year, like I got, I'll be honest with you, man, I probably got like 50, probably 50 to 60 videos that I haven't even posted because I've already built my page up enough where if I want to just run an ad on these videos that I know that work, I can just let it run. People coming to my page and people sending me DMs left to right. Can I get a free quote, free quote, free quote, information, information, information.
Mm.
Same thing when it comes to my other social media. So then I was just like, okay, I can almost treat this like the rap game where, I don't got to drop an album every day. I don't got to drop an album. This works. But then I can sprinkle here and there. But most importantly, at least I'm getting traffic. So then, so that's been working for me now. But then also I came up, I was like, all right, well, I think I might do something a little bit more different now. Like maybe I'm about to go ahead and just drop heat
Mm.
for the next 30 days and see how that scales, my social media platform where people are, I can get more leads, right? And so I'm in the midst of building a website where I can have the leads go through the website. And then this is when it comes to me building a team.
Mm.
Then, everyone is reaching out to a prestigious financial group. You didn't saw my video, you might have saw my wife video, or where people are submitting information where then when it comes to building a team, I got lead source for other people where, hey, go ahead and do this, right? Um, so when it comes to the lead source, it's all self-generated. It took time, right? But now I'm the plug.
Mm-hmm.
But then it goes back to when I had a clothing brand, the guy said, man, if your plug died,
Mm.
you're done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm alive. So of course I know
I'm
this won't run.
alive.
I know where it's coming from, right? I know where it's coming from, right?
I'm
So
alive.
that's why I was just like, I wanted to be the plug. I wanted to be the source. So it's no way that the only way anything can go sour if I start doing some wild stuff on social media or stop being who I already are. Because when I do business, these the key things that I hear people say. They say, man, when I saw your page, I saw you with your wife, I saw you with your children. I said, okay, perfect. That lets me know people saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I saw your wife page. Cool. Man, I saw all your videos. They're so funny, man. And you just do it in a cool way. That they're giving me nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, these are the codes. These
Mm-hmm.
are the codes right now to success. I
Mm-hmm.
just got to keep duplicating and
Yes.
keep doing exactly what I'm doing. Then the other key thing was when it comes to social media, they don't have a place where you can leave reviews at.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have it, right? So if you look at, like, for example, Instagram, there's three, like, you can pin three videos
Yeah.
at the
At the
top
top.
that stay
Mm-hmm.
there the entire time, right? So I was just like, okay, some of the things that I hear is that, obviously when I get on the call, people are like, okay, are who you say you are?
Mm-hmm.
Are you licensed? Is this trustworthy? Do I know who you are? Blah, 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 blah. Right. So I was like, okay, well, if I'm getting all this traffic on my social media page, my 3 videos at the pin, I got to make sure I could get rid of this. I want people to be able to trust me. So, and also people to know that I do business and I got reviews and I am who I am. So, like my first post on the left hand side is just basically kind of talking about, you know, um, I'm so grateful to be a life insurance agent. I've been able to help so many clients in the
Mm-hmm.
past. Thank you so much for all the business. I appreciate all your reviews. And so, whenever I go help a client, as soon as I get them insured, I send them over that video. Hey, do you mind do you mind leaving like a short review about the service I was able to provide after
Mm-hmm.
getting you insured? Of course, I would love to. I send them that link. When you look at that first video, all reviews positive. Then the second video is a video about me. That Jay-Z song. Let me reintroduce myself. My name is right. So I added that, and then it popped up to me, and then I'm out here talking. Hey, Kendall Haley, I'm a father. Show my wife, show my kids. Let me give you a couple cool things about me, my favorite movies, my favorite snack. And then at the end, I tell them what I do. I'm a life insurance broker, educate people on life insurance, da 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 da. If you ever have any questions, always send me a DM. I'll be gladly help you. Where people get to see that I am who I am. I'm genuine. This is who Kendall Haley is. This is who you're going to get to do business with. Then the third video is like like to get rid of scamming, where I kind of tell people like, hey, are you tired of dealing with scammers, stuff like that on the internet? Whenever you reach out to me, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to send you over my insurance license. So you just know I'm an insurance agent that's licensed in your state. We'll take a look at my license number, verify it. Reason why I do this, I want you to know that you're dealing with the person that you reached out to.
Mm-hmm.
And even if we got to get on Zoom, even better, I want us to be able to do business face to face. So you just know that you're dealing with. Those 3 videos are game changing. And I was, and it took a time for me to create that
Mm-hmm.
after hearing what people were saying to me.
Mm-hmm.
I love the family, people, and I'm like, okay, I got to leave reviews because I want people to go there and be like, oh man, they're raving about this kid. Oh man, he's already telling out the gate he ain't no scammer. He already going to tell you that he going to show his license, right, to make sure that he is who he is. So my whole lead source, man, is all social media. Anybody can do social media. You just got to get in front of the camera and educate and provide value. And when you think about social media, it's the most fastest thing, the fastest source to get the information out. I still love hitting the groundwork. I believe in social media and groundwork. And when I say groundwork, going, setting up booths, setting up tables, going to business, meeting people face to face. Groundwork is very important, right? You got to have a certain type of dog in you, though, to hit the groundwork.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how you really be able to establish relationships and also network. And Facebook groups are good to tap into that, but groundwork is very important as well too. So for me, when it comes to lead source, all social media or groundwork or referral game. Referral game is just, as soon as I get someone insured, hey, let's create an emergency contact list. Oh, what is this for? Yes. God forbid if anything ever happens, I want these 3 to 5 people to know who I am. So they call me. Hey, so and so passed away. At least they know my information. They know to call me. They got my email. They also know the insurance company. And so we get this contact list. So then once I get everyone approved, I say, hey, I'm gonna give them a call. Let's be on a, you can be 3-way, or I'm gonna get on the call. When I get on the call with them, I say, hey, my name is da da, got them insured, got them protected. You're on the emergency contact list, got them covered with an awesome rate. Oh no, that's awesome, awesome. They might say, well, hey, I might need to get a quote. If I don't hear them say it, I'm gonna say, well, hey, I know that they're protected. They put you in emergency account. Are you currently covered and protected? I just want to make sure, man. I want to make sure everyone's covered and protected. Oh no, I'm not. Well, hey, I would love to that. And then that's when we get the referral game, right? And so social media, referral game, and then groundwork. Groundwork is key.
I love it, man. It's almost like it's like that Jay-Z line. Nobody built like you. You designed yourself. And so you've built this production machine, personal production machine. How do you translate this into clear intellect, business acumen, marketing ability to recruiting and scaling a huge agency?
So we got to look at it like this. With me being able to create this lead source so far where people are coming into me, obviously, if I'm going to be recruiting, I'm going to have to double, triple the things that I'm doing. But also, I'm going to have to be able to put it in a more proficient system. So that's why I said the website's getting done, right? Where that's going to be clean, where all people are, submitting and acquiring me with the information, it's going to go to the website. Now, when it comes to building a team, obviously, I'm heavy on wanting to train and teach people how to do social media because I want you to be your plug too. I'm not here to be stingy. I want you to be your main plug. If you're okay in learning how to do that, and I don't have a problem educating and teaching people how to do that. But at the same time, if you're learning how to do that, at least you still have leads on my end where you can purchase, buy, and these are people coming in that's looking for insurance so you can start making some money. So now that if I have that in place when it comes to recruiting, already Family First Light, the comp, the business model, all that's going to sell itself. It really is just going to have to come down to me now being a leader and being able to have an effective system in place where people are going to be able to eat. Where, hey, I can train you how to do this social media. That's no problem. How to do that. Here's how you get it done. You can buy leads from here. These are quality leads that obviously coming from our company that you can get, and I'm going to train you on how to close. Here's the script. This is the script that I use. Here's the script, and then from there, now it's just pouring to everyone all the things that I know that works to me into other people, and then we're gonna figure out who really wants to win. Because I tell people like, hey, listen, I don't know your work ethic, man. But I ain't gonna hold your hand. That's not me. I got kids already. I won't hold your hand, but I will give you the sauce and the tools. And this is what we got to do to tap in. If you want to run, and if you pissed off, then let's go. Right. And so now, like I'm like this year that was for me. I was like, okay, this year I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to be a leader, man. I'm going to build a team. I want to build more people. I want to introduce more people into this business where I'm extremely confident that I got certain things in place where they're going to be able to make some money and they're going to see exactly what this is like. Right. And so, yeah, that's, when it comes to building and, getting ready for that, that's currently already in motion and I'm ready. Like like I'm just so fired up to figure out if to duplicate more versions of me or even better more versions of me. But at the same time, introduce people to this business to see how this can change your life. I got people that, seeing me on social media, doing this and like, oh, you're doing an insurance thing? Oh, I thought you was doing this. I thought you was this. I'm like, oh, you really playing around with me. All right, cool, no problem. Okay. I said, okay. So that's why. So when I tell you, like, I be getting pissed. I wake up pissed off because it's just like, y'all just don't know what I know. But I'm gonna show you.
Right.
And if you want to come back in, or if you want, whoever want to see it, I got it going on. But for the people that they like to play around or just doubt you, or just look at you like, you don't really got too much emotion. Cause I'm not really a flashy person. You really can't be flashy, especially in this business. Like I said, I'm a dad, a father that sells insurance, but I know what I'm talking about. Right. But people might not know that we could be doing X, Y, and Z every single month, or we live in this certain type of lifestyle. But it's gonna come about. I'm gonna be able to showcase that when I got more dogs around me and they eating and people happy, people winning. You see me going on a cruise with my family that was paid off. I post every single month that we hit the top producer bonus, that we've been doing this consecutively. So people are seeing it, but it's just I've only cracked the surface. Like that's what I'm saying. The time is going to get here where we're gonna really blow the door open.
Future's extremely bright, Kendall. I think anybody listening to this is going to be inspired and want to do something. So you killed it. Appreciate you sharing. If they want to find you on some of your pages or your handle, how can they find you?
Yeah. So my Instagram, Motivated by Kendall. That's my Instagram. Definitely find me on there. Obviously TikTok, Facebook, Kendall Haley. But IG, where you're going to be able to kind of see the entire sauce of everything that I got going on. Motivated by Kendall. Again, I haven't even posted in a while. Probably haven't posted in 2 months, but I've been able to create a system where I don't need to. But since I haven't posted, I've been creating like a new formula of like reinventing the social media game and how to market certain type of businesses, in certain type of videos. Because if you look at any business, real estate, insurance, anyone that's selling, if you look at everyone's video, it's all the same. And I don't like that. Right? Because I was doing it at one point. I was on the beginning wave of it. But now it's just like, all right, well, if I'm a consumer, I'm looking in, if something pops up and it's the same kind of videos, people already know what, okay, he about to try to sell us something. For the last 2 months, man, I've been trying to, I created a whole new plan where it's a whole new wave where I don't want to be in that basket no more, but it's still going to be sauce, but it's a different way. Like if you look at people's videos within the first seconds, this pops up here, this pops up here, these things are popping up here. I feel like that wave is done. Everybody's done it already. So it's like, how do you stand out, right? How do you create the new wave? And so it takes certain type of people to be able to, I'm gonna show you what's cool now. I'm gonna show you the new wave of what things need to be done. And so last couple of months I haven't posted because we've been cooking up, getting ready for that, right? And so, you go to my page, you'll be able to kind of see the stuff I got going on, how I built my page. If anyone ever has any questions, tips, or anything, feel free to reach out to me. I don't mind giving out, game. I don't. And, because people had to give me game at one point. And so I don't mind sharing it because, you can share as much game as possible, but it's really up to the person if they really going to get it done. That's how I look at it.
That's a fact.
So
that stands the test of time. For sure. Well, listen, man, thank you for sharing, man. Cole crushed it today on our Training Day podcast. Kendall Haley, prestigious financial group, crushing it. Appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you, sir, man. I appreciate it.
God bless.